That was a description yesterday, so a lot of people waking up today wondering what exactly is happening. What kind of turmoil is America in, if any? President Trump, no doubt, sending a clear message to ISIS and the world by flexing his military muscle.
We are so proud of our military, and it was another successful event.
Did you authorize it, sir?
Everybody knows exactly what happened, and what I do is I authorize my military. We have the greatest military in the world, and they've done a job as usual.
So we need to know, did the military strike achieve its objective? And joining us this morning to talk about it all and give us some perspective is Iona political science professor Jeannie Zaino and Stephen Rogers, who served as the senior naval officer for the FBI National Joint Terrorism Task Force. That is a big title, sir. Thank you for joining us. Jeannie, good to see you again here.
So a lot to talk about this morning, and I think that the first thing we should really address is one of the most searched Google terms right now, and that is World War III. Stephen, let's begin with you. Do you think we're actually entering that kind of reality?
Absolutely not, and I understand why people may be concerned about it. These military actions are designed to prevent World War III. To begin with, Vladimir Putin, for example, he has Russians in Syria. He can't afford a war. The Chinese do not want to have a war because especially with Korea, because the Korean refugee problem will surface there. And frankly, all these dictators understand is peace through strength. We haven't projected strength for many, many years since Obama's been in office, but now we have, and now a message has been sent. Don't monkey with the United States because you might suffer serious consequences. So we'll see. We'll see as we go down the road, and you're going to see how these nations and these dictators are not going to be as daring as they have been over the past 8 years.
Okay, but based on the tweets that he's been sending out, you have first Syria, then you have North Korea. Let's take a look at what Donald Trump recently tweeted here, guys. Can we get it up on the screen? It's coming. Here we go. All right. So he just tweeted, I have great confidence that China will properly deal with North Korea if they are unable to do so. The U.S., with its allies, the U.S. will basically take matters into their own hands. You say that no one can afford this war, but he's sort of taunting them, according to North Korea. Jeannie, what do you think?
Well, I think it is surprising for people who voted for Donald Trump after having heard that he was going to put America first and this was going to be more of an isolationist approach. And yet we see in the first, 83, 84 days, he has taken big military actions. The latest one being yesterday, which I think surprised many people. Now, that said, it does fit within what he said, which is he would, trust the military to do their job, and he was going to defeat ISIS. And yesterday's action had to do with that, but I think the Syria attack was more surprising to people because that's something that we didn't expect from this president. So I think we're going to have to take a wait-and-see approach as to how he confronts foreign policy. And, of course, the domestic issues that were so much a forefront of the campaign have been put on the back burner for now.
But I think when you hear the term mother of all bombs, it certainly sends a message. I mean, was that the appropriate level of warfare or bombs to use in this kind of attack? Was there another approach, Steve?
There was no other approach. This bomb is actually a bomb that explodes above the ground, and it compresses in this case, the supply lines, the underground supply lines and ammunition dumps that the ISIS fighters had underground. So it was appropriate. Very minimal loss of life. It was only ISIS fighters that we know that were killed. But it's designed also to send a message to North Korea, who are experts at building tunnels, especially entering into the DMZ.
But in other attacks, we are hearing that in this week that allies were actually injured and killed.
Yeah. Look, there's always going to be, unfortunately, this collateral damage. That's absolutely correct. But overall, North Korea, Iran, Assad, they have to be sent a message that you can't indiscriminately kill people. We've laid back for many years, and we're just not going to lay back. We have to be a leader of the world, and a good leader projects peace through strength, and that's what Donald Trump did.
Okay, so we've got to talk about really quickly. April 29th marks the end of the first 100 days. I need both of you to give us a grade on how the president has been doing so far. Jeannie?
I would give him a C-. And
Why?
I think I'm being generous. I'm a tough grader. Dan. I think I'm being generous because I don't think he has fulfilled what he set out to do. And I think he made a big mistake starting with health care. I think he should have taken on tax reform. And I think he has not put people into positions in the White House who have experience in Washington, except in the last couple weeks we've seen something of a turnaround there. So we may see more of a turnaround, but I don't think it has been a great 100 days. He's at about a 36% approval rating. That's historically low.
A plus, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Okay.
Steve, I love you.
I love you too. A plus for effort. He's really surrounded himself with very, very good people, both civilian leadership and military leadership. I believe he's starting to listen, and this is very important. He's starting to listen and understand that you need these experts in the State Department, in the Department of Defense. I'm giving him an A plus for effort, and
all right.
let's
My
hope
students would love to have
I was just going
Steve.
to say, very
the
different
best.
grading system here.
It'd be tough to be in Jeannie Zano's class.
Jeannie Zano, Stephen Rogers, thank you so much for joining us this morning, helping us get a little sense of what's going on.